Oh, it started. Okay. Oh, it started. I just wasn't sure. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Two Cats, One Dog podcast. We are sitting here again with my friend Jeffrey Lee Curtis.
Hi.
And Ethan, the dog, Kern.
Ruff, ruff.
And tonight we are going through some Reddit Am I the Asshole stories. Am I the asshole for waking up my wife because I noticed the baby pooped on the baby monitor while I was at work? Pooping right on the baby monitor is like fucking
I think you're saying that
diabolical.
like he was watching the baby monitor and saw that the baby
I thought you meant he
pooped.
like got poop on the monitor.
I
That would be funnier.
absolutely
Is that where
was
your
like,
brain
yeah, no,
went?
I was
Yeah.
like, how the fuck did you get poop on the baby monitor?
But
And
it's
why
babies.
is she? And I was like, in my head, I was like, it's got to be like a
It's
Wi-Fi
gotta be-
enabled one because like
It's a
how else are you
Wi-Fi
gonna? I was
enabled
like,
poop,
I'm like,
enabled
man, and
Wi-Fi.
I'm like, and how do you know it was poop? Unless like maybe like the video,
Maybe
my
she-
brain went a lot of places in a minute while I was trying to figure out how the fuck that
doesn't-
made any sense.
Well, I'll read the rest of it, and I guess we'll see if it makes
give
more
me
sense.
the context.
The
for the love of
context
God.
here. So my wife texted me last night at 1 a.m. letting me know that she didn't sleep well. She does this sometimes, so when I wake up and check my phone if she didn't have a good night, I will try to be extra quiet and not wake her. Well, we have a 5-month-old, and I got up at 4:50 a.m. when I heard the baby, changed her, fed her, and got her back to sleep by 5:30 a.m. We have a dog which followed me out to the room, and I decided to get ready for work. I don't have to be until 7, but if I get in earlier, I can leave earlier, which is tight.
Fuck yeah, dude, that's
awesome.
awesome.
I would get in
Mad
there
props.
at fucking
Yep.
1 a.m. and leave at fucking
Well, then
7.
your wife will be up.
Fuck. It's spoiled. So I let the dog out. I fed the dog, packed my monitor on because I kept my monitor on because my wife was still sleeping. Around 6:38, I heard the baby grunting and making her poop sound. So I texted my wife to let her know she pooped. She works from home. Her mom comes over around 8 a.m. to help with the baby while my wife works. 10 minutes go by, and baby is a little fussy, but not crying, and I tried calling 3 times. Wife didn't pick up. After another 10 minutes, she still hasn't responded. Baby is still fussy, but not fully crying. I know she pooped. I am certain. So I called like 5 more times. And in our bedroom, we have Alexa controlled lights and a fan. So I turned the light on and off a few times and turned the fan off.
Fucking flashbanged his
I
wife in her
know.
sleep.
Fuck, dude. That is diabolical. At 7 a.m., my wife texts me, "What the fuck? I was sleeping. She isn't crying, so stop." I said, "But she pooped," because I heard it. It's just her certainty that she pooped is so funny. And she said, "Wow, 10 calls? What the fuck? Just for you to tell me she pooped? What the fuck is wrong with you? It is just a dirty diaper. I thought there was a fucking emergency. Are you fucking kidding me? You are so fucking intrusive. Baby's fucking poop. Are you fucking insane? I could have used another half hour of sleep."
Holy shit, dude.
Holy shit, dude. She just tore him a new one. That is so funny. So whatever other background info you need, let me know. First child, married 4 years, together for 8 years. Did I fuck up? Should I have just let my wife sleep and my baby lay there with a dirty diaper until my wife woke up? Edit 1. Baby is a great sleeper. She went to bed at 7:15 p.m. and woke up for the first time at 4:50 a.m. when I got to change and feed her. My wife and I both went. I took everything in me to not do that the whole time.
And you still did. Apparently not enough.
Apparently, I didn't have a lot in me. My wife and I both went to bed at 9 p.m. So it is now 8:08 a.m. and she just got out to change her because at 7:15 the baby appears to have fallen back asleep. So she never checked her diaper. So to me, the baby sat there for 1.5 hours with a dirty, poopy diaper. And at 3, going to Starbucks to get my wife a coffee and at the grocery store to buy her flowers. Thanks for the help, Reddit. I am indeed the asshat. Final edit. After reading most of these comments, I have come to the realization that I have OCD, and this is where my internal button got pushed. If baby was sleeping and I didn't know about the diaper, or I happened to look at the monitor 30 seconds later and didn't hear the grunt poop sounds, I would have never contacted my wife. First off, this man sounds defeated, and that's really funny. It was I happened to look at the volume on with the exact 15 seconds window poop sounds were happening. Something inside me clicked. Wow, it was meant to be. You heard the baby poop. That is a sign. You can now notify wife and tell her to change diapers so baby doesn't have to sit in a dirty diaper. But wait, wife is sleeping, not responding. I must wake her so she can change the diaper. It's so fucking stupid. This is so stupid. So some of the comments really quick. I'm here thinking the baby pooped on the monitor. So the first one thought the same thing that we did. I'm here thinking that baby pooped on monitor too, buddy. Don't worry. Second comment. How can you work effectively if you are spending an hour obsessing over a poopy diaper and harassing your wife? And then I want to read his response. I couldn't work. I was lost in a daze of dirty diaper. I was worried my wife was responding too. What if it were a real emergency? It took way too much effort to get her respond. Anyways, I'm the problem. I have OCD, which drove the pushy must attend to the diaper immediately. I'm an idiot and I need to find a way to control my OCD. Yeah, dude, that's kind of a bit much. Your wife's at home. Let her handle it. If your baby's not crying, she's fine. You went overboard. And finally, you kind of overdid it. Like, yeah, dirty diapers suck, but babies poop all the time. And if she wasn't crying or in distress, it could have waited. Your wife is probably exhausted, and those extra calls and flashing lights just made things worse.
God,
that is nuts to use
Google
Alexa.
Home.
Yeah,
Using your
to
Google
terrorize
Home to
your fucking wife, your domestic
Wake up,
wife.
Wake up! Wake up!
Dude, that'd be so funny. Alexa, play Chop Suey. Flashing lights. Simulate the Chop Suey simulation.
Execute
Chop Suey simulation. The wife, there's dirty poopy diaper. That guy, it's just so funny.
Execute system of a dump.
That's the episode name. System of a dump right there. We got it. We got the episode title. That is legendary.
That's incredible.
See, this is why I'm glad I sorted by contrurl here. This is good.
Yeah, well, because what's funny is initially I was kind of like, yeah,
Kinda
I
iffy.
get it. Like, well, and it's fucking Rosa is impossible to get a hold of unless she's wearing her watch, and it's been on the fritz lately, so she does not answer. If I want to
call her?
if I want to get Rosa's attention,
I know Rosa's number. I'll call her. Hey, next time you need her, you go through me, okay, buddy?
I can't wait for that. So it can take 3
10
times
minutes
as
after
long.
we're done recording.
Fucking no, dude. And she sleeps, off and on here and there. But like, even when she's like, she'll be doing other shit and she just doesn't hear the phone ring, and I'll have to I'll jump on my Ring camera, and Augie be in the living room, like, hey Augie, is your mom over? Like, is your mom sleeping? Yeah, you'll get her for me. Or like, hey, what's your mom doing? Oh, she's blah blah blah. Yeah, well, can you tell her to fucking answer the goddamn phone? I'll call her 3 or 4 times. Well, she keeps her phone on silent always.
Gotcha.
It will
Not
never
even
ring.
vibrate?
Nope.
Silence.
Nothing.
That's an odd choice. Vibrate, I get, because it vibrate. But
I've had other people be
silence
like,
is an odd
yeah,
choice.
no, dude. I've had people literally be like, bro. Like, her mom was pissed the one day, and I was like, she was like, yeah,
That's not me. Yeah,
I
that's
laughed,
not
and I
me.
was just like, you have no fucking idea.
Good luck.
I was like, you have no idea the daily struggle I go through. So in my head, I'm thinking all this, and he's like, yeah, she's just not answering the phone. And I'm like, yeah.
Can't you just make it so you have your own ringtone or something?
I know. I need to go on her phone and do it, but I also shouldn't have to do that because it's not just me that should be able to ring through.
Well, I mean, maybe her secretary and who else? Secretary. Who's
Augie
top
at
3
this
people?
point is her secretary.
Okay, so
actually.
Augie is the secretary,
Yeah.
then me, I'm secondary secretary. So 3 people.
It's like if the owner of a business had to use his security cameras to get a hold of the manager.
Are you?
Yeah. Yep.
Wait, who in the scenario is the owner of the business? You or Rosa?
I own the house.
Okay, so and then is she your manager? Or?
Yeah, she's the manager I'm trying to get a hold of to see how business is
But
going.
she popped the kids out of her pussy. So what is that? Is that coming
I'm
to play
done
at
with
all?
this part already. So anyway, I was kind of on his side. Until you were like, I was like, but then he said fucking, what was the other? And then he was like, I turn the lights on and off. And I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
was really fucking out there.
That's
like,
too
yeah,
far. Yeah, because
that's,
if the baby's uncomfortable, she'll cry.
Can I
Baby
admit?
wasn't
I mean,
crying.
I-
I also do love. No, go. You go first because I had.
Well, I was gonna say I remember one time I was in a really bad argument with my ex fiance, and she just was like, "No, I'm just gonna go to bed," and I was like, "Fuck that!" And like I turned the lights on, and I still feel bad about that, but it was just kind of like I was like, yeah, because I know I was being crazy, so it's like this guy is definitely at the point if you're turning the lights on, it is crazy. You got to stop.
Yeah.
What was
Unless there's
yours?
like a fire, like imminent danger to,
The fire was
it's
in my
weird
heart.
how abrasive just turning the lights on actually is.
Yeah,
It is
like,
very
it is
abrasive.
a very.
It's like kind of
It is
slamming
like
a door.
it's
so
almost like
worse.
I'm in control of this room.
Yeah,
You
This
have
is
no
my
control.
room.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Psychologically.
you never really think that like just something as simple as bloop is like.
Yeah, they should make it maybe more complicated, so it has to be harder to be in control. You have to do math.
There's just built in.
I am
like,
in control
decibel
of this. This is
meters
my
for,
domain.
like,
Yeah, you have to do
lights.
hexadecimal stuff.
Well, no, you have to like if the light switch heard you being loud at any point recently, it shuts it off.
down.
Like
It's
the
you're
ability.
done. You're fucking done.
No, it was fucking crazy that dude posted a Reddit thread and that, like it's so fucking Reddit that he's like, yeah, so I have OCD now. The comments told
Yeah,
me.
that's so- Well, I was wondering about that.
mental illness.
Do you think that was the commenters, or do you think he like the wife is like, bro, you're crazy, you have OCD, and then he just like kind of took that?
He definitely gleaned it from the comments.
You think so?
You can read in the edits. It sounds like he gleaned it from the
Yeah,
comments.
that's
He's like,
fair.
oh, well, it turns out. It's like,
He just kind
did
of
you see a
excusing
doctor
it.
in this very limited
therapist,
window?
or therapist
yeah,
or anything?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy that he's just like, well, I have OCD now. It's
Well, because
like,
that was my
well,
thing is when I could realize because we've actually I tried to establish some more on lore for the Two Cats One Dog. How I started. This started. I mean, when my engagement broke off. Like that was kind of like I was in a weird place for a little while because it was hard, and it took me a few months to kind of put the pieces of my life back together. And then this was one of the products of that. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to do something with my life that is not attached to a partner. I just want my own thing. That is like I'm going to work towards, and that I want to prove to myself that I can just work, do something different and learn some new skills, and whatever happens. But
Yeah.
so it just that was kind of the foundation of this whole show was me like coming through a fucking crazy relationship where we both were not very. I mean, we both treated each other poorly. You know what I mean? And there are points where I'd say she dug the knife a little deeper by and I'm not going to get into the specifics, but I was not a great partner either, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that or gloss over that. So, but immediately, and even during the relationship, when I realized that I was slipping, my emotions were getting out of control, my mental health was not really where it should be. I would stop and be like, "Look, I'm sorry. I need to see a therapist," and I did, and I have, and I've done that a lot in my life. Like, I can notice when things are going a little bit too out of control, a little bit sideways, and stop and kind of reconfigure, recalibrate and stuff. But the last time that happened, she wasn't with me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but there's more at play there. But you know what I mean? It's like that's the one thing where I can learn, and I can when I read these and I hear about people being fucking psycho, I can almost for a second slip into their shoes and be like, okay, I've been on the other side of the fence. I've been the crazy partner before, and I can kind of it's almost like a superpower. It's like I can kind of see both sides. I've always been a devil's advocate. You've known me.
fucking know.
It drives him nuts, but
hate devil's advocates.
but it's important to bring both sides to the table. It really is to just.
Not always.
Maybe
I
to
will
a fault.
die on
Okay,
this
maybe
hill.
maybe I do it to a
Not
fault. But in this
always.
context, I think it's important to have my. But
Hey,
all I'm trying to.
I just said that I was on his side because I was like, hell yeah, dude, fucking answer your damn phone.
until
like,
the
that's just-
lights,
yeah.
until you got psycho, until you
And then
got
I'm like,
psycho.
ooh, okay.
And that's where I'm just wishing. I
I'm
guess
still kind of on his side a little bit.
there's
Right, because like,
she
what
should-
did he do besides the wife stuff?
He spammed the wife.
Right, he was
He
worried about
spammed
his
the wife.
child. He
My
was being a
wife.
good dad, and it was just like, no, baby, you gotta take care of the baby.
Yeah, baby,
what I mean?
baby. But what
Ooh.
about the baby girl? My baby, my original baby that you put a baby into.
Baby number one.
Baby number one. Baby numero uno.
How does
what
it
about
look-
that baby?
I have no answers for that, baby. I don't know where it is. She's
I'm
sleeping,
here-
actually. That's exactly where she is.
So maybe she's tired, but baby's tired, and she does work from home. So it's like she was about to work. It's like not like she has a clean, she's waiting. She's about to go into work, and then the mother-in-law was about to come in and help. That's what her.
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like a situation I know of in our circle. So it's like it's a thing. I can relate to this. And I can relate to kind of both sides, except for the fact that I don't have kids, so I can't. It's not that deep, but I can relate to being a psycho partner, and I could see immediately, like when those things happen, or maybe not immediately, but in time, that like, hey, I need to go to therapy. I need to figure out a better way to control myself, and I'm sorry. And I don't know that I'm picking that up from him. I think what he's doing is be like covering his ass with I have OCD. I think that's what I don't like. So that's what's stinky. I own up to my fucking bullshit. I think this guy is trying to skirt it by being like, well, I'm just OCD. I don't like that.
It's possible.
I just think it's
stupid.
so fucking funny. He's just like, yeah, I will see it turns out. Like,
I'm just
Jesus.
I talked to some strangers on the internet.
Here's actually another thing that I was just thinking too is like, what if you gender swap this?
Okay.
Does it read the same?
So you're saying the
I'm
lady
genuinely
is
asking because I can't tell.
No, let me read it out loud. Okay, so lady is at work.
So the wife's
boy is at home, and
Man.
he has a work from home job, but it's not quite that he doesn't have to quite be there yet. But she's already at work, putting in the time. And lady notices that baby's freaking out on camera, but then she kind of just poops. I guess freaking out on camera would be wrong because she didn't. The baby didn't freak out.
The baby's disturbed.
The baby made it pooping grunts, remember?
Yeah.
And that's what he happened to catch. She went, and then pooped, and then he knows what a distinctive poop grunt that was. And then she was in some distress, but not in danger, like distress. And then she kind of went and soothed herself back to sleep. And then she that would be her spamming the guy at home sleeping, like, hey, you need to get the fuck up and check on the baby. And I think people would look at that being a dirtbag dad. I can see what you mean.
Yeah,
That's
it's true.
like, oh, you didn't
That
wake
is
up
tough.
and change.
I see what you're saying. Gender
That's
swapping it does kind of make it
a little different, right?
This is devil's advocacy, my
Oh,
friend.
I'm not saying
just- hey,
devil's
I know.
advocacy is always bad. I'm just saying like, and I was asking because I was like,
I'm just doing
does
a big
this
wink
read
to
the
you.
same?
I'm just doing like a
Does it read the same?
no. It does. Totally. It changes things.
It does. It
changes
feels
things.
like I could see that breaking either way. I really could.
I don't know. I think that people should be able, if your partner is asleep and like you shouldn't be spam. Like I don't know. It's like if there's a genuine emergency, you should spam them. But I do think you went overboard. And if it was a her, I think they would be a little overboard too. But like I do understand wanting to be able to get a hold of them. But she responded in 10 minutes, so that's not like that was that bad.
No.
Oh, I thought it was an hour.
Or was it an hour?
I thought it was like an hour and a half.
Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe it was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Maybe it was 10 minutes after. It was 10 minutes after the lights flickering.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too for me is like fucking
A lot could happen in an hour and a half too.
It's sometimes I don't know when. I guess no, he knew because he knew when she'd be up for work, so that's not fair. Sometimes I don't know when Rose is waking up.
Yeah,
well,
'cause
not
she has
anymore.
different
Not
times.
anymore because now she has to be up for the kids for daycare and school. But like summertime and stuff like that, if the kids don't have daycare, I'm like I don't necessarily know. She doesn't wake up at a set time,
Right. Yeah.
So it's like she could,
But she had to
she
work
could be in
from
a
home.
dirty. Olive could have been a dirty diaper from like 6 a.m. to like 11 a.m. Could
Yeah.
have been
And how
till,
long
like,
is it? Because you're a parent. How long is it before dirty diapers become like an infectious thing? It's like days, isn't it?
No, maybe. Well, like
Can it happen less than a day?
yes, but more.
You know what I'm talking like, right? You know, like they whatever.
The
'cause they can
symptoms
get-
would be present after X amount of time.
You'd
in
probably
more
get a
than
rash
day.
and shit and stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
but like anything over like 3 hours is really just not great. Like
Yeah.
3 hours is like the limit you push.
Yeah.
Like if you really need to push it, you can maybe make it to 3 hours. You don't want to though.
Yeah.
You don't want to. I mean, if you're talking about like actual like danger, I mean, you could probably go like a day or so, but it would
Danger. Just let the kids shit for a
yeah,
day.
like be rough after like that's you're
It'd be like one of those
significantly
Joni on the spots.
increasing your risk of shit happening.
Yeah,
literally.
like bad shit happening.
Yeah, but yeah, no, 3 hours is kind of like that. At least for me, that was always like I
Okay.
wouldn't want to push it.
Well, I guess
past
because
that.
I don't have babies or whatever. So
Well,
I guess let's wrap a bow on this. What's our thoughts on this overall? What do we think? I think he is kind of an
he
asshole.
is the asshole, but he is also just concerned about
He's
his
a
kid.
concerned parent. I don't
know
think
what I
that
mean?
makes him a bad guy.
So he was just like his concern for his child.
yeah, dude, because that's the other thing too is like
Have a concern for your child
Was a pain
versus
in the
your,
ass for your
or
wife.
your partner.
like that.
That's a real thing.
Well, the concern, like that's just being like some like if Rosa needed me to do something to make sure that Olive was okay, I would just do it.
Yeah.
Like she's woken me up before to be like, hey, Olive's up, go get it. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. Or like laying in bed, like, hey, did you lock the doors? Stuff like that. I'm like, yep, don't even think about it, just do it. And to me, it kind of feels like one of those things where it's like, hey, he's stressing and freaking out about something, and yeah, it sucked. She's exhausted and stuff like that, but I think
It's
honestly,
one of those things with
most
parenthood.
of the reason she's pissed off, especially, is because he fucking damn it, I totally lost that. You have to cut this because I literally just completely lost my entire train of thought. That's
You
crazy that my brain
idiot.
can do that.
I watched it happen. I watched your train
Yeah.
derail in a
Yeah.
real fucking
Yeah.
time.
You just actually maybe even just keep that in because that
That's
holy
really
shit,
funny.
I just
But
lost.
so,
fucking
what do you
all of
think?
it.
With just a quick 10 second summary. Do you think he's not an asshole, but he just kind of was overreacting? Is kind of
Yeah, it was. It's if I was worried, if Rosa was worried, I would just do it.
Yeah.
And if I was worried, I would like to think that it's
But
just
they
like,
would
hey,
do the same thing.
yeah, like, yeah, it sucks. Yeah, I'm tired, whatever. But
just deal with it, do
you're
it.
stressed about this and it's causing you, like, it's really bothering
Do you think
you.
she went back to bed after that? Because that would be kind of annoying. If she was like, hey,
She's
I'm
already awake. And
yeah, it's like
well,
yeah.
and that's, I don't know.
That's kind
Probably.
of beyond what I think the data that we have.
Yeah,
We got
we're just
nothing
making
for
shit
that.
up.
Well,
at this
okay.
point.
Well, I'd say overall,
yeah.
overall, I think he did kind of overreact, but he's not necessarily a complete asshole.
Right.
But he did kind of overreact a little bit. And if there were, he has a point. If there were some kind of situation where like shit can happen very fast. So let's say like they had a cat and the cat's in there, and he's trying to be like, hey, dude, the cat's sitting on the face. Like I can see this happening right now. We can prevent this. Or like, let's say the baby is toddling and walking towards a
To
pool.
be fair,
we
she
can
did
stop.
actually say this wasn't an emergency.
She did,
Yeah,
but
so
but,
had it been an emergency, he probably did the right thing. But
So do you think? Yeah, do you think now she's more? So, but that's what, an hour and a half that he couldn't get a hold of her, and like that's again she's sleeping, so that's nobody's fault. That would be an act of God at that point. Like if she was awake and then realized it's not an emergency, I guess that's kind of been dissolved. So, yeah, a little overreaction, but not. I don't think full asshole.
Yeah, no.
All right, I think that's good. Maybe that's why it was controversial, because there's so many good takes to have.
All right, am I the asshole? Scrabble Demon. We played Scrabble, and my first word was too hard.
Was that the word? Was too hard?
Was too
Continue.
hard? Okay. If you're playing Scrabble and the first word you play is QAT, your opponent doesn't know the word, so he tosses the game board up in the air and says, "It's not a word," claims you're a cheater and a liar, and how dare you for playing dirty.
What the?
Is it your fault? Even months later, when he understands it's a word and insists you shouldn't have played that because it's too strategic, he's a beginner. Are you in the wrong?
What was the word?
QAT.
QAT, quat.
Quat.
QAT is a word?
Yeah,
It says.
What does it mean?
kumquat.
Quat.
No idea. Too quat.
It's kumquat.
What is
He, she, they,
quat,
quats?
like wombo, like
Yeah,
mumbo?
exactly.
Someone Jamie, get on that.
Near as I can tell, it's the leaves for an Arabian shrub.
Oh,
What? The leaves of an Arabian shrub?
Arabian.
Arabian?
Yeah.
it's a shrubbery.
Quab? Quat?
QAP.
QAP? Quat?
It's pronounced
QAT.
QWAP. Like they even have like the.
Okay.
Oh.
And actually, it's spelled.
Interesting.
I've seen it spelled both ways.
So this guy tried to play it, and instead of challenging it in real time, he just
with
flipped
like
the board.
as are the rules
As
of
are
Scrabble.
the rules, like to check the dictionary, he just flipped the board. And he's a fucking insane person.
So what happens after he finds out
Okay,
he's right?
so OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I might be the asshole because the person I played this game with immediately felt like they didn't have a first move, like he already lost, like I had checkmate before he even made a move. Scrabble isn't chess. Did I overplay my first move?
No, it's one little it's a three-letter word.
How much word? I mean, how many points
If
could it
I
be worth?
see someone, and especially as someone who sucks at spelling, I'm like, Rose is great at Wheel of Fortune, and she laughs at me because I just throw out random shit. Like my brain autofills. Like R will be used in the middle of the word, and I'll be like, raptor.
Right.
And I'm not even joking. That's like that's the shit I do. I'm so bad at like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So like if someone played that as the first move, I would actually probably be like, nah, I'm done.
You just you're on the side of the board flipper.
I would just I wouldn't flip the board, I'll give him that, but I would just be like, nah, I'm done.
I'm not playing with you. So you're saying this guy is kind of playing dirty.
He's being an asshole. At the very least, he's like flexing.
He's like kind of baiting.
Did it say he was someone he didn't know very well?
Or
Or like he just met, I thought.
No, these guys went to
doesn't give you any kind of
Okay.
information.
No, these
about the
guys went to
person.
primary school together. I'm
Nope.
pretty sure.
Nope, all it says is that he was a beginner. You want to get the first comment?
A beginner Scrabble player? How do you? I
Yeah.
mean, what does that even fucking mean though? Like,
Well, you just started
same
learning
thing as a beginner
English?
chess player.
I know because it's just words.
But
It's
you
just
just
words.
learn more of them. You learn the strong ones. It's like a lot of Scrabble is knowing like the Q words and the Z, like knowing where the really hard ones fit and like having words at the ready that like work with them.
So you're saying this guy was going to get fucking stomped right out the gates anyway. So he was kind of like not in his right to flip the board, but he basically saw what was happening and saw it wasn't a fair fight and was like, no, fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he still thinks he's kind of a dick. Like, oh yeah, I flipped the table, but you also were a dick for doing that.
Yeah, pretty
for
much.
playing quap.
Quap.
Okay, go
Yeah.
continue. What do we got?
All right. Let me introduce you to my favorite game that I play at a very high level. I will destroy you and make you hate it in 5 minutes. And then I will complain that we don't like the same things. Is that why nobody wants to play Risk with me? Yes. Yes, it is.
Is that why no one wants to play Secret Hitler with me?
Yeah.
Because I'm a professional.
I'm a professional secret Hitler. If your first word was quat, you wasted a Q.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even think that that's like that big of a
Yeah.
word. I really don't think. But again, maybe I'm.
Yeah, well, you get bonus points for
Stupid.
starting off.
Okay.
If I'm not
So
mistaken.
why can't he do an equally small word?
Says it's all about the bingos for the 50-point bonus. The Q is low probability for getting all the tiles down, so it's better to shift it if you don't have a U.
So they're just giving straight up Scrabble advice now.
Yeah, that's
They're like,
where
this
we're
is how you
at.
can avoid it next time.
I can see how that'd be very off-putting start to bringing someone into Scrabble. If you're playing words that no one outside of Scrabble players are going to know and make it difficult for a new player to play off of, then you're not creating a welcome space for them to learn. I'd not flip the board, but I would reconsider my decision to play with you.
That was even
Not the asshole, but seriously, maybe consider how you play games when it comes to teaching new players.
Yeah, that'd be like having one of you guys like join the DayZ server and then admin teleporting to you and like bashing your brains in.
You don't even know the controls.
Yeah, like boom, fucking. How's
Welcome
it
to
feel, you little
DayZ.
cockroach?
I was supposed to know that.
And actually, that's just Daisy. In
Yeah,
a
that is
nutshell,
just normal
really.
DayZ. That would actually be doing you a favor, just to give you a good
Just get it
experience
out of
really
the way.
quick. Yeah.
This is what it's going to be the whole
So
time.
I think this is I don't know, I guess everybody's kind of an asshole, but this guy, it's not that bad. I mean, it's if you decide you want to dunk on somebody, like, I mean, I guess you get what you get, but I don't think it makes you an asshole to just like show your prowess. I don't think that makes you bad. Like,
No,
you've been-
that does.
Bro, you've been playing Scrabble your whole life. You want to flex a little bit? Come on, what's wrong with
Yeah.
that?
Then flex against it's punching down.
Yeah, punching down feels good though sometimes.
It is.
I love punching down.
would disagree.
I would say, like, yeah, in the position of somebody playing it with somebody that's better than me, like, yeah, it's disheartening, but at the same time, you're brand new to something. You don't expect to win. You just play it and like try your best. And like, it's kind of, you kind of have to put yourself in that like mental position where you're like, this guy knows what the fuck he's doing, and you got to like learn to appreciate it a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
oh
it's like
damn,
when
look,
you
he's
play-
pulling off shit I didn't think he could do.
Yeah, like League of Legends when you're playing that shit and it's like somebody just like basically does some stuff that you don't even think is possible in the game and you're like, oh, I'm dead. And it's like, well, sometimes it sucks in the moment to kind of feel like that, but after a while you do kind of adapt and do better. So there, I mean, but sometimes you don't, I guess. That's, I mean, I guess more.
I would have
complicated, but-
kept playing. I would have been annoyed, but I brought.
That's what I'm saying is like,
I would have looked at him and been like, all right.
especially with just even the tiniest bit of ego for yourself to be like, oh, I could do something here. It's like, maybe I'm not a Scrabble master, but I know words. I can whip up something. So I don't know. I would see it as a challenge. Obviously, I wouldn't flip the board. I would never fucking do that. That's some child shit. But I would finish it out, and I'd be like, and then I would be like, oh, I probably wouldn't even realize. I'm stupid enough to be like, I didn't even realize he played like a really hard word. I'd be like, oh, cool, nice. I'll just play something next, and just end up like magooing my way into winning it at the end.
Just be like, well,
Like it kind of like, well, I'd like say Qatar, but I would never win, or Catan. I'd never win.
I love Catan.
I love Catan.
I
also
do
like
not.
Catan.
I've got. I win
We
about
should
as
play
much as
Catan soon.
I win about as often as I feel I deserve to win.
I've never even come close. I always
Really?
try to hoard the ore because I like the ore.
Well, then that that's.
I like
If
the
you're
ore,
collecting shiny collectibles in the corner, you are not going to win Catan.
but I like it.
All right,
But I want
it's-
to win with my ore.
It's not the most.
I'm gonna
important
build up
resource,
orcs in my ore.
though. It's like the.
What do we got?
Third most important.
What's the rest of the thing? What do you?
Yeah. What else?
read
I
another
mean, is
comment.
everyone else pretty much just being like, you both kind of suck?
Yep. Yeah, that's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of the general
That's the
consensus.
general consensus. That's-
Everybody sucks here. QAT may be an actual word, but if you're introducing a friend to a game you're advanced at, it's bad etiquette to use advanced tactics from the very first move.
Yeah.
Why
it
didn't
is
you
bad
just start
etiquette.
the game with a longer word and adapt your play level to theirs for a while? Would you enjoy it if someone introduced you to a game by showing you from the very first turn that they don't intend to play a casual introduction? They play to win. His reaction was over the top, but if I were in his shoes, I'd find this a very off-putting introduction as well.
You want to play Scrabble? Well, unfortunately for you, I always play to win. You're in my world now, Grandma. Yeah, it's like fucking 80-year-old. You're at like a senior's home just volunteering, just striking down the old people.
They
Who's
would
up next?
whoop you though.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah. They
the
would
old
be good.
people
Well,
at the nursing
bingo. They
home
play a
would
lot of bingo.
destroy you.
They play a lot of
They
bingo.
play Scrabble.
But
and
bingo's a
crosswords
game of
and shit.
chance, though, right? Like always, is there strategy in bingo?
I think that there is strategy in that, like, people will just get an ass load of like fucking cards, and then it's just who can pay attention to the most shit at once is what that game becomes. At least in my mind, I've never
You need to do an
played
official
bingo
you need to
in
play
my
it on an
entire
official
life.
like
but
a
I've seen it
level.
enough to like know how it works.
Yeah, I've seen it in movies.
I've actually like seen it.
You've seen
like,
bingo in real life?
but
What,
I've seen
the
it in
game-
more than just movies.
You
I've
never
seen
played
it in-
bingo?
No. I mean, like for fun at school stuff, but never
Yeah.
like to a bingo.
Oh, you like paid the money and
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
tried to win
Never-
prizes.
yeah,
It'd just be
it's
funny
always
if we
been-
had to explain the concept of bingo to you. Like, what is this bingo that you
I thought it was
speak
just
of?
his name-o. I don't fucking know.
So okay, let's wrap up our thoughts on this so Ethan can read his.
Yeah. I think the people on Reddit pretty much nailed this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
you both kind of.
They always do.
Both kind of
Just
assholes.
like the Chicago Bombers.
yeah,
Or it was the Boston Bombers.
the Boston Bombers.
Bombers, yeah,
everyone
yeah.
involved with that
Good
was
job,
an
Reddit.
asshole.
Yeah. The one
I mean,
dude
yeah,
offed himself.
kind of.
The one dude offed himself.
Yeah, they harassed the dude into killing himself.
Same thing with the don't fuck with cats. Somebody offed themselves because they pinned the wrong guy. Some armchair internet detectives.
That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, I think that they're both assholes. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I guess maybe I'm one of those people that like I play a lot of different games in my life, whether it be board games, video games. I've always played a lot of different games, so I like the challenge. And if I get my ass beaten, I just look at it as a way to like. It's gonna go one of two ways, right? I'm gonna be like really annoyed and never do it again, or I'm gonna like want to learn how I fucked up so bad or what they did. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say this guy's an asshole. I mean he's just showing him the trenches, dude. He's pushing his face right into the mud. I like it. It's gonna be a yeah for me, dog.
Well, it's funny. I lost probably close.
I
to
lost my eye when I was a
25
child.
games of cornhole during my vacation at the beginning of
24 games. You
August.
counted?
I'm ballparking and I'm lowballing it. I'm
you're just not
really
a- you're
fucking
not-
bad at
You're
cornhole.
not good at cornhole. That's okay.
And well, I was playing against Chuck. I was playing against Rose's dad, and
Chago's a professional at everything.
even him, Daniel, Raul. I lost against like everybody, but I just was like, fuck it. I was like, I can't win if I don't keep fucking.
You gotta
playing.
keep trying.
So I played so many games and I lost like literally. At one point, Chago was like, he's like, do you want me to? I was like, no, dude. I was like, I don't
this.
win if I didn't earn it.
I know. Yeah. Do you want me to just flop it? No, I want to fucking.
Yeah, like I want to earn this.
Yeah.
Do not hand it to me.
Like you're like that 10-year-old at like a family reunion, and they're like, "You're a little buddy. Go get the ball. You won."
I actually played a game of cornhole yesterday with my niece.
Did you crush her?
I did.
Yeah,
Did
good.
Fucking decimate.
I mean, what I would do is I would use
I
the
did-
bean bags and knock them over.
Go do your thing. and
Oh
then
no
I'll do mine.
no! So like she and it wasn't like I wasn't letting her win, but like there's four of us, so it was two of my sister's friends.
So you're not
and
crushing
then
her. You're crushing the
I'm
other
crushing
two.
the other team, which she happens to be on. But I'm throwing against her. She's standing next to me, and I didn't let them get ahead. Well, they just did because I started off bad because it was like the first game I played this year. So I started off really bad, and they got up to like 18, and we're at like 6. And then over the course of like 3 turns, I just bam, bam, bam. I was just fucking nailing it.
You're on a fucking hot streak.
Exactly. And I was like, all right, well, I'll let you guys get close.
That was fun. Anyway,
Just crushing everybody's spirits. Like everybody's crying. What's wrong? Uncle Lee is beating all of us in cornhole. He won't let us play. He's not a fair player.
that was yeah.
Thank you.
Crushed him.
Thank you. So all right, so we're in agreement. Kind of like I like I said, I'm kind of in the I don't really give a fuck, but
Well, that's
he's slightly kind of an asshole. But I do
Yeah.
see like I think bury him. Dude.
well, and I was remembering when fucking August and I started playing Smash Bros together consistently, because he was like, we had some people over and he comes out, he's like, I'm just too good at Smash Bros. I'm just too good.
Oh yeah,
I keep beating all these. I keep beating. I'm beating all the level 10s, all 3 of them all at once. And I was just like, he's like, he's like, I beat you, Dad. And I was like, you don't want this.
You don't want the smoke, kid.
You don't
do
want the
not
smoke,
want this
kid. You
fucking
have
smoke.
no idea the hours I have logged. And he was like, yeah. I was like, all right, dude. I was like, I'm gonna wipe the floor with you, but sure. This was like 2 years ago at this point. And no, dude, I cleaned his clock. It was brutal. It was brutal. Oh,
He's
my
better
God.
now.
He
He's
is
good.
so good.
He's good.
Yeah,
so
and
good now.
that's why he's so good
Yeah.
now, is because like for the past 2 years, like that's one of the things we'll do. We'll just sit down, play some Smash, and he zones in. I
Oh, dude,
lock
he's gonna
in,
remember
and-
that for his whole life. He's gonna have really good memories of that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, dude, that's well, yeah, but he's fucking good now. He can.
Yeah.
We're about fucking on the same playing field depending on our character matchup and our map. Like
He has some that he's really good with. But I think the thing, but you're right. I mean, it highlights the idea that you're only going to get better if you have to actually have face real challenges. I don't know if you guys ever saw The Incredibles, but those fucking robots that he was building had to go
so
and
good.
get.
Just
I
rewatched that
love The
recently.
Incredibles. What?
Just saw that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new one.
The second one?
me
It's not
neither.
bad. I liked it.
No, I rewatched the first one recently. It was really good.
Yeah. No, it's Rosa had it on the other day. I watched it with the kids. I was
But
like,
they got to
this
learn.
movie.
They got to learn how to adapt to the challenges.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right. Next up, what do you got
yeah.
for us, Ethan?
Am I the asshole for being concerned about the damage my son did to my car? Probably. I'm a mother of two, Vanessa 25 and Brandon 22. I am not married to their father, but they both have a relationship with him. They went to visit him this past weekend for Father's Day and were set to get to my house on Monday. Brandon drove the two of them there and was supposed to drive back. The car he drives was mine originally. I paid it off and did not ask him to buy it for me and did not ask him to buy it for me on the condition that he is responsible with it. He was only paying for gas and maintenance. This was the first car I have ever been able to pay off up front without taking out a loan, which carries sentimental value. So it is my car as far as I'm concerned. Any car you pay off is your car, and that's not the car salesman in me. That's just any
your
car you
car.
pay off is your car.
Yeah, it's your car.
If anything, it's more impressive that you financed it. You paid more.
Hey, self-financing's great.
A few minutes after they left their dads, I got a call from Vanessa saying that they had gotten into an accident. I asked if the car was damaged, and she told me it was totaled. I was immediately furious because Brandon knew how hard I worked for that car, and I was very clear that I expected him to take care of it. I asked Vanessa to please put her brother on the phone. Instead, their father came on and explained that they were in the emergency room and that our son was receiving treatment.
Oh, shit. It's pretty serious.
My ex then started to berate me for being more concerned about the property than about the kids and for getting angry at our son without knowing the situation. But in my defense, I hadn't realized that he was injured. To be clear, Brandon will be fine and the other driver was completely unharmed. But they are still furious with me. I had assumed that if his injuries were serious, it would have been the first thing they told me.
Yeah.
But that isn't a good enough explanation for them. It's been a few days now, and both kids are still with their father and won't come stay with me. Am I the asshole?
Ooh, that sucks, man.
There's an update. First of all, to be very clear, I do not care about the car more than I care about my children. It was a moment of heightened emotion, and I smoked before thinking. I can concede that it was insensitive. To be clear again, my son has a concussion and a few broken ribs, but will be fine. The car is unsalvageable, and yes, it is insured. But that will not replace the sentimental value, but it's fine. Now I called my children to apologize and explain that I would not have asked about the car first had I known that they were in the ER. Vanessa admitted that she would have told me that first, but that she was very stressed at the time. I was not able to get far into the conversation when their father came in with the same choice. Motherfucker. I was not able to get far into the conversation when their father came in with some choice words for me, and then the call ended shortly after. I believe he may be manipulating the kids into not wanting to talk to me or come over. But they are adults, and that is their prerogative. My plan is to let it play out.
Well, are they being manipulated, or is she fucking kind of an
Just
asshole?
awful.
Yeah, she sounds kind of awful.
That's
That-
mine.
I mean, broken ribs to a concussion is not just super minor. I mean,
The car was totaled.
that's
Yeah.
something crazy happened, and she didn't even, because that's what I was going to ask you. I was like, well, what happened? Like, what happened? And we never even found out. We don't know what.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't even know how
like,
the
what kind of
accident
accident,
happened.
or if it was his fault or anything. We don't know.
Exactly.
She just jumps. She's like immediate. Like he could have gotten smucked by fucking somebody.
Yeah.
Not his fault at all.
He could have gotten T-boned
and she's
at a green
immediately
light.
like, what the fuck? Why did you break my car? And he's like half dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucked up. No, dude, I totally get it. I would totally not be cool. I would be distance myself from that. You too. Like
Yeah.
that's not chill. Like I get it. It sucks to lose your car.
And yet surprisingly divorced.
Right, exactly. It's like, but dude, maybe take shit in stride. Like your kid's alive, and it sounds like they went through a lot in that accident, and then figure out what happened. And then once they recover, you'd be like, hey, that, like, if it was their fault, be like, hey, that car was really, like, I worked really hard for that car, so you're gonna help repay or rebuild or something like that, because if it was his fault, you know what I mean? After they recover,
Yeah,
this stuff, like,
that's when
months
you
later,
see him. Yeah, literally, like that's when you see him in person. It's like, hey, now we talk about it. Not
after
like
they recover too, like you know what I mean, like, we can
Holy shit.
bring back my situation when we talked about when I almost died with the space, and like I remember a month or two later seeing like the hospital bill, and unfortunately the insurance covered a lot of it, but I just felt so bad. And my mom was like, well, we just like, we're glad that you're like, okay. And I think that kind of put in perspective the idea that like,
it gave you like a rough estimate for what like your monetary value is to your parents.
Yeah, if I was more than that, they would have been like, this is
I'm
not
worth
okay.
roughly this
I'm worth
much for
about
my
3K,
parents. This is
and
what
then
my
any
life
more,
is
they're
worth.
probably just gonna have to cut their losses. There's, what they say with you keep pumping stuff in the unrealized whatever. I ruined that one, but yeah. So it's like you do get the idea that it sucks that you're putting your parents in distress. I would feel horrible for wrecking my parents' car if it was my mom's car. Like I would feel horrible. I've always like that's one of those things why I always like having my own stuff. So if something happens, it's my stuff.
Yeah.
And like that's one of the biggest things. People are always like, "Oh, why don't you just borrow the X, Y, or Z?" And I'm like, I don't want to. I want to only because then I'm responsible for whatever happens in my domain. And when you're a kid, or 20 something, still living off your parents, you don't really have that. So I would always feel awkward using, especially as a full adult, like using other people's shit or driving around in someone else's car. It's like I don't want something to happen and then it feel like it's on me, even if it's not my fault. So I get that. Maybe that's a good old Christian guilt in me sitting in there deep lying somewhere in my soul. But I kind of get. I would feel bad. I would feel bad for wrecking my mom's car. What I wouldn't feel bad for is if she's immediately doesn't ask if I'm okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't care that I was in the ER. Doesn't care that I have broken ribs and concussion. Apparently that's minor injuries to her. No, dude, a concussion is like that could fuck you up.
Yeah.
Broken ribs are painful as
TBI.
shit, and there's not much they can do for it besides give you some pain meds. You're just gonna have to let it. It's not like they can give you a cast for your
Every
rib bones.
breath
Is painful.
Is painful.
Yes. So yeah, that is shitty. She's shitty. She is the asshole. I don't need to say anymore. I've said my piece.
Yeah, because
Fuck
that's
her.
the thing is like, yeah, they didn't say they're in the ER, but any concerned or good
That would be the
parent,
first
the first
question.
question is, oh my God, is
Are
everyone
they
okay?
That would be like the first, if whose fault it was would be like
Right.
question 20. Are they okay? What happened? Where are they? What hospital? What is happening to them right now? There's so
Yeah.
many questions I can think of before, who did what to the car? Now we again, that should be months later deal with that. Okay. Like that should not be your first fucking thing at all. Ugh. Don't like that at all.
Geez, yeah, that's.
It should just get cooked in the comments, I'm assuming.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude, yes. Lucky Cooker, please.
So
Give me
this is great, and I what it's funny because you were like, yeah, we're sorting by controversial. I was like, how do you know if it's a controversial Am I the Asshole post? Turns out, almost no post karma. Mm-hmm. Like this is like I think like 2 post karma, 671 comments.
That's how you know.
That's how like I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is how I know what's good. Perfect. Because I was torn between this one and another one, and the other one had like 300 comments. I was like, this one's more conchi.
Yep, everybody's chiming in.
Asiatic Static says. I was trying to read the. I was like, is that
Static.
Astastic?
That's a cool name.
No,
I
it's
like that. I like
Asiatic.
that.
Yeah. You're the asshole. So, in order. 1, I get a call from Vanessa saying that they had gotten into an accident. 2, I asked if the car was damaged and she told me it was totaled. Rather than immediately asking about the car, you should have asked about the kids.
Right.
3, I was immediately furious because Brandon knew how hard I worked for that car, and I was very clear that I expected him to take care of it. So you're already pissed off about the car, your priorities are screwed, still haven't asked about the kids.
Still haven't asked.
4, I asked Vanessa to please put her brother on the phone. Still haven't asked about the kids, making assumption that he's that he's 1, okay,
enough
and
to
2,
talk.
you're pissed at him. So rather than being concerned about his well-being, you just want to yell at him. Good work. Sorry about the car. Oh, and the kid, I guess. Yeah, he got hurt too. But who gives a pig's ass about the car? The car you worked so hard to pay for. It's damaged. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
5.
Up
But
and
in my
down, north
defense,
to
I
south.
hadn't realized that he was injured. Because you don't care. You only care about the car. If you cared, you would have asked about the state of your child.
Didn't give a fuck at all.
Someone's comment right underneath that last one. It's even better. Turns out the accident was the driver's fault. The other driver's
The other
fault.
driver's
Yep,
fault.
that's what I was gonna say. Is that
Yep.
what if it wasn't even his
Yeah.
fault?
Yeah, just automatically assumed it was your kid. Your kid fucked up.
You'd be like, dude, I'm sorry that happened to you, dude. Like that's horrible. That you should never. That's horrible. That's horrible. No, the commenter is absolutely right.
No, yeah, your kids.
Is that
Whoa.
ecstatic?
What if your son had been killed and your first question to your daughter was, is the car damaged?
Wow, that's deep.
That's
dude.
fucking, yeah, dude.
That's pretty deep.
the one right there.
Yep.
That has less upvotes than I would have thought.
Is
Would
the
you
car
still be
okay?
asking Reddit
Yeah,
if
the
you're
car's
the
fine.
asshole?
The kid died. That would kill. I
That's
mean, that should,
crazy,
yeah.
dude.
Yep.
That's what she should have said.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
And then
That
just
car's
never
fine.
fucking talk to her
Yeah.
again.
Jesus. I'm actually curious, and I want to do this because this is a slam dunk.
You got to
This
check
isn't
the
even-
the
I'm gonna check
account.
her comments.
Yeah, your account.
Oh, this pansy. She didn't post any.
She deleted everything.
She
How
had
old
to
is the
have, yeah.
account?
This was posted 74 days ago. I did, I think, the year, and I picked the first or second one. Well, because you can't go by upvotes. That's the thing. They're all roughly the same amount of upvotes, so you have to kind of look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Reddit changed a lot of the stuff, how that works. It's kind of annoying now.
Yeah, because you'd think most controversial would be the most downvoted.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a threshold for downvoting because once it's downvoted enough, it just doesn't show up anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah, it just gets buried.
So.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's obviously a fucking asshole, and I'm glad that everybody called her out.
She could win Worst Parent of the Year.
Yeah, that's fucking
true.
horrible, dude.
Yeah. Well,
It's
no, because
horrible.
I keep seeing things about that chick who bullied her daughter. I gotta watch whatever the fuck everyone says.
Wait, what is that?
It's all I see on Facebook right now because I have to use Facebook for work.
Chick who bullied her daughter.
There was Kristen Nomi or some shit. That can't be right. Apparently some fucking docu-series or something dropped about this chick who bullied her daughter. I don't know if she killed herself. But she bullied the fuck out of her daughter, legitimately. Actually, I know someone who posted about it, and I can find out.
The mom was catfishing her daughter?
The mom was texting, and I guess they talk about it in the documentary that the mom was saying disgusting things.
I've
Really?
heard of
Yeah.
cases like that.
Yeah.
It's not uncommon. There is one thing
Fucking
I remember
crazy.
reading a thing where somebody had a really bad stalker. It was a husband and wife, and the wife had this really bad stalker harasser. And as soon as the mother-in-law died, the stalker went away. Dude,
dude.
it's crazy.
What the fuck?
It's more common than you think.
Yeah.
I mean, here's one of those things, and we've strayed away from doing the true crime this past month or so. We'll get back to it, but the idea that people that are going to hurt you are the people that are typically the people that have the closest access to you, and they know most about you. It's the people you're closest to are it could be your biggest enemies because they have all this information about you, they know much about you, and they know how to manipulate you. And it's just horrible what some people do. I mean, just what we're talking about, kids doing their parents and shit like that, and to their fucking in-laws. I mean, that's horrible. That's horrible, or whatever. What do you call it when when you're the parent and then your kids get married? That
Your
would be your
in-laws.
kid.
She's
Okay,
your daughter-in-law.
Daughter-in-law, right? Okay, I guess I never thought about it. We're getting to that age where I'm gonna start thinking about that. Can you imagine 10, 20 years, your kids get married and off? It's wild, isn't it?
It is wild.
We're gonna be old.
I already feel it.
Never.
I already feel it in my bones.
Party till I
Old.
die. Party
Party
till I die.
Am I the asshole for refusing to reimburse my friend for a chair that broke under me?
Oh, this is gonna be
gonna be so good.
Should have been welded better in the corners.
I, female 25. Ooh, it's a fat lady. Fuck yeah, dude.
First
We
of
like
all,
fat
you're
ladies.
assuming she's heavy.
She broke a chair. Okay.
I've broken chairs.
You're heavy. You work out. You're
I
heavy.
weigh 180.
Well, maybe it was a weak chair. I, female 25, was at a friend's house for a game night this past weekend with a group of about 6. Everybody brought food and drinks, and we were having a good time. So they shouldn't have brought food. That weighed her down. When about halfway through the night, I got up to use the bathroom. When I came back, I saw that one of the girls had moved from a chair from the side, from the space in the couch. This didn't bug me as people shuffle around in groups, so whatever. The chair was an antique wooden chair that sat a bit lower to the ground with an added back butt cushion. When I sat down, it immediately broke, sending me to the ground with the seat under me and the arm frames flailing to the side. Betty. Everybody got quiet for a second before jumping up to help me. I wasn't hurt, just very embarrassed. For context, I'm a bigger girl at about 260 pounds. At 5'7", my friend, female 27, was very gracious and nice about it when it happened, accepting my apologies and telling me not to worry. Her boyfriend, male 29, said that the chair was his grandmother's and it had fallen apart before and he was able to repair it. It was unearthed back to the couch and game night continued. Ushered, not unearthed. Sorry. Whatever. Fast forward to the next morning, I received a text from my friend who let me know that the chair couldn't be put back together and that from her research, it would cost about $250 to get a new one. but she'd let me know exactly how much when she found one. I was a bit taken back and responded confused, asking why I would be expected to pay for a faulty chair. She said that while yes, on occasion the frames would become unattached and cause it to fall apart, but that's not what had happened this time. She sent me pictures of the broken chair. Like, look at you, fatty. Look what you did. Look what you done. She sent me the pictures. She said that the chair had broke under my weight and couldn't be fixed. And since the chair was an antique from her boyfriend's late grandmother, she wanted a new one for him. Which, I mean, replacing a sentimental thing like that is kind of silly.
Dumb.
It's like,
So
it's
stupid.
Like,
What's the point?
What's the point of finding a
Nope.
different old person's
Nope.
antique chair?
Yeah.
It's not your grandmother's anymore.
Yeah.
So I responded that the chair was very old and had a history of collapsing. If they were concerned about preserving it, they should have not
Literally.
had it out for people to
Literally.
use.
Yep.
And for $250 for a new chair, I said it for 1 second seems a bit ridiculous. At this point, she seemingly got frustrated and said that she loves me, but that I'm her biggest friend and that it wouldn't have happened to anybody else. Oh no. She said it broke from your weight plopping down all at once, not because the frame was
She
loose.
said plopping.
You
Oh,
use
what
the
a
word
bitch.
plopping when you're talking about a fat person. You're officially.
It might
being
as well be a
fucking-
slur.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
might as well be a
you
fucking
are fat
slur.
slurring at that
Yeah, it's
point.
like following him around with a tuba.
Plopping
like,
down all at once. I think it's only fair since you that you reimburse us for the chair since you're responsible for breaking it. So I'm still figuring out how to respond. I don't want to pay for her for something I don't see as my fault. I also think she's using the scenario to shame me about my weight a bit, which I find frustrating. My friends' opinions are mixed. A few are saying that I should just pay her and move on, even if it's not really my fault.
Then
One
they can
thinks-
pay her. I fucking hate that.
I hate that too. One thinks it is my fault and I should pay up, and a few more think she's in the wrong entirely for asking me and that I should continue to politely decline. So, am I the asshole for refusing to pay? Of course, the first comment is going to say, am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole. Also, this is a chair from his gran. That's why it means something. So how is replacing it going to work? Bingo, just what we're saying.
Right.
Another top comment, not the asshole. Don't let people door on a chair. That's important. What's door on a chair? That's what it says. Don't let people door on a chair that's if it's that important. I don't know what that means. You can't buy a new chair with sentimental value, so repair or give it up. Exactly. A chair that has broken several times already is just an accident waiting to happen. It's like when Charlie and Always Sunny is trying to make the fucking joke stool, so he keeps smashing it until it's smashed enough so whoever sits on it just breaks.
Yeah.
You don't leave a frequently broken chair to sit on. You can't charge for sentimental value. I'm sorry, but your friend isn't your friend. And then the next comment I'm going to read. The person who moved from the chair to the couch broke it, or whatever. Whoever
Yep.
moved changed
Why
the chairs.
did it get moved?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause
Why did it get
and
moved?
I'm not even going to
at
bother.
that point,
Yeah.
at that
They
point,
swapped chairs.
she
had a perfectly
was
fine
someone else
chair.
using it?
I don't know. It sounds like it's one of those
sounds
things.
like no one was using it.
It sounds like they moved it almost purposefully to create this scenario. That's my
kinda-
conspiracy brain
Dude,
immediately
no.
because she got up to use the bathroom
Yep.
on a perfectly fine chair, and I do understand. Like I think that's why she left that detail that I kind of stumbled on. But the fact that she got up to go to the bathroom and then people move around, it's a party. People are kind of the groups change, but then she comes back and she has a different chair now. I mean, I find it kind of suspicious that then she immediately it breaks when she sits on it. That's a
Yeah.
conspiracy. I think they set her up.
Well, and that's I'm actually kind of on
a
your
new
side
chair.
with this because here's the thing too. I spent Labor Day weekend at Rose's parents.
Did you break a chair?
No, but I'm in areas. I do have a chair that is breaking in my dining room, and here's the other thing too. Actually, I have a chair in my dining room that if anyone but me or Augie sits on it, maybe even Rosa probably because we're about.
It'll break.
It will break.
Because if you sit it on the wrong
dude,
way.
not even. If you look at it, it's a fucking old ass chair I got off Marketplace.
Fart on
I'll
it,
send
it's
you guys
broken.
a picture of it tonight. Fucking, it's literally the whole thing is split to the point where the dowels that go
Have I
sideways.
seen this before? Do I know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll send you a picture. You'll be like, oh, this fucking chair. Yeah. No.
So
It's
you'll
gonna
sit
break
it-
soon. It's
so
gonna break soon.
basically, if you don't
My
use your
brother-
weight on it the right way, it'll just collapse.
Yes. My brother, love him to pieces, but he's a bigger dude. He's got some weight on him. I would run across the house. I would run through my yard if it meant I prevented him from sitting on this chair. Because I understand physics to a level that's like the boyfriend should have seen like this is, and maybe I don't know if this is rude or not, but like the boyfriend should have seen her sitting on the antique chair that is broken many times and thought like, oh wait, actually that's kind of old. Hey guys, maybe you shouldn't be sitting on this.
Yeah. I'll tell you how to cut through this right away. This situation. We're all sitting here, right? Okay, this is the scenario, and I'm the boyfriend, and I'm sitting there, and I see a lady about to sit on the chair. It's like, oh wait, that big bitch about to break the chair. And that cuts through everything right away.
You don't want to sit your fat ass on that chair.
Don't let that big bitch sit her fat ass on that chair.
What's crazy is I was just like, but what's also funny is that that's like the same level of assholery as what they're doing anyway.
Yeah.
So like actually, he could have done that, and he'd be the same level of asshole. He would have been
less of an asshole because then the chair wouldn't have broken. Right. That's what I'm saying. He would have cut through all the bullshit. He could have been a dick
for free without charging people money.
That's not cutting through the bullshit. That is actively trying to hurt someone's feelings.
Somebody move that fat bitch away from sitting on that chair. Get my grandma's chair out of their way from that fat bitch.
That is actively.
So then, okay, I think it's good because that you let people know your true feelings. That he thinks that she's a fat bitch.
What's crazy is you can tell them that without it being mean.
But then you also save the chair.
Yeah, but you also could just be like, hey, wait, don't sit on that.
Yeah, the chair's iffy.
Oh, wait, you can do that? You don't have to color fat.
You don't have to imitate.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I see. I was in a scenario that we had to do it. I thought we had, okay, my bad. Everybody, my bad. I thought that we had to do that.
At no point have we ever had to do that.
Oh, see, I thought that we're in a scenario where I was trying to like really
We're not in Cat Williams' brain. We don't actually have
Cat
to.
Williams?
That's the vibe I got. Were you going for Tyler Perry?
He's going to say the N-word. I can't. All right. So, do you guys want to read any more, or
I had more thoughts. Yeah, we had
he's
more.
An asshole. I mean,
no, they suck. They suck as friends.
I think that they set her up.
And this is, and actually, because I got sidetracked from that, but you're right because
from my Cat Williams bit.
Because I spent. So one, I have a chair that I would never let anyone over a certain weight sit on.
What is the cutoff? Just tell me, so I know. I want to know if I can sit in it. What's the cutoff?
Honestly, if you know how to sit in it, it probably could support it. Like anyway,
well, I'm like 175,
230. I think it can handle anything up to 230.
Jeff Lee?
I'm breaking that bitch.
Jeff Lee said I'm a real power bottom.
I really am. I generate all the power.
You could have been like, wait, this chair is not designed for power bottoms. That's not offensive, and it cuts right through. And
yeah, that's true.
No.
Yeah, I think that it leaves things ambiguously. I think I found the way. Sorry.
It's not even ambiguous, but it sounds cool.
It sounds cool.
That's the main difference.
This is not designed for power bottoms. It's
like,
not that you're bad for being a power bottom. It's just
power bottom is an inherently good thing. We need more of them.
We need more. Sorry. So about your broken chair or whatever, your grandma's stupid fucking chair.
So I do a lot of board game nights and stuff like that, and
we're never invited. I'm sorry. Just keep going.
Absolutely untrue. You move around a lot in a table throughout a night.
Sure.
But the chairs never move.
You're right. You're going from
you never
right. Why were they doing that?
Chairs unless you're sliding one down to make room. That's the only time a chair like moves. You don't like.
Or
it's not like, oh, I'm going
chairs.
to sit over here now, so I'm going to take my chair with me.
Yeah.
And put my chair over here. It's like, nah, I'm just gonna someone left. I'm gonna go sit there for a minute. Maybe they'll kick me out and I'll have to move back, or maybe they'll just sit where I was sitting
with somebody else,
and they're just like, yeah, we're just switching who we're talking to because that happens like especially if you're hanging
at
out
a party and stuff.
exactly.
But what if you're literally playing musical chairs? What's the
the chairs still ever and actually never move.
You need to move one chair every round.
Yeah,
though.
but they don't move where they are in the roundup.
But then who's gonna remember which chair went? So maybe she went to the bathroom. They played musical chairs, and then they just were done playing musical chairs when she got back, and they didn't remember how they had it set up the first time.
And just the shittiest chair happened to be the only one.
She's a big fat bitch. She probably took a big old fat fucking steamy shit for like 20 minutes. She's probably gone.
They hired somebody that looks like her to take big fat stinky dumps
in place of her. So what are our thoughts? Is she they're the asshole, right?
Yeah, I mean unequivocally.
Okay, so do we want to read more Am I the Asshole stories, or do you guys want to go and we want to make burgers and you want to feed your wife, right?
Yeah, I want to go feed my wife.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the Two Cats, One Dog podcast. I hope you enjoy these Reddit reads. We enjoy doing them. And next week we're gonna do a deep dive, return to form. We're gonna talk about some nitty gritty true crime. We're gonna do fingers inside stuff,
death,
ripping,
gore, fucking viscera.
Yes, thank you. Squelching. We're gonna do
squelching. There's
a little
be
bit next week, I think. A lot of
It's gonna be a lot of that.
You know, a little bit. We're gonna actually practice a little bit of Anunnaki next week as well.
Ooh.
Yes, because we're actually gonna be doing some serial killers across time. I think that would be kind of a cool thing to do.
That would be fun.
You know, like we'll find the first instance of a serial killer, like the first little Mayan who was like, fuck you, you know, used the little death whistle to bring a bunch of people in and slit their throats. We'll figure something out. It's gonna be good. We're gonna rain in blood next.
Yeah, and if we don't find anything, we'll make some shit up.
Ethan's calling off sick next week. He's like,
Like, oh, guys.
guys, I'm not feeling so good next week on 7 o'clock.
Augie is actually sick right now. So
Oh, is he?
Oh, Sean. He's gonna make us sick. We get his little kid germs over here.
Nope, I'm set. I'm not
That's all
sick.
right. All right, guys.
My
Drive
coworkers
fast,
do.
take chances, do drugs you find in the street, smoke cigarettes, disobey the law, give in to chaos. Is there anything else I need to add?
Yeah, and as always, don't listen to Daniel.
Thank you very much. Take care, you guys.
Bye,
Good night.
guys.
Signing off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy, remember the one guy he used to be for Verizon, but then he switched to the other one?
Jump ship.
Yeah, he jumped ship.
Yeah.
And then
T-Mobile.
that was like part of the gimmick too. He's like, oh yeah, look at me, I jumped ship.
Yep.
And it's like,
now you really can't hear me.
no.
They must have.
that was a good bit, dude. What horrible thing do you think he's done? Because remember, with Jared Fogle?
You're just saying that because they look alike.
They do kind of look alike.
That is the exact
so
reason you're saying that.
do you think that he's done something too?
Probably not.
But instead of like doing bad stuff
since he
behind the
switched to
scenes, he does
singular.
really good
Yeah,
stuff.
he, like, volunteers
He
at- volunteers
he
at
did
soup
bad-
kitchens
He was
and shit.
evil. Yeah, like
I mean, if you're gonna be evil for any telecom, it is Verizon.
Verizon.
Yeah.
Verizon's the fucking. They're
It's
the
true.
fucking worst.
You can get away with more there.
Yeah, you can. They
encourage you to
I was
get
gonna
away with more.
Like you have to. It's like when they
Their
join the
business
military and they're like,
model.
"Would you fire on the American people?" They do the same thing, but with Verizon, and it's like, "Would you fire on the American people when you join Verizon?" And it's like, "Yes." And they're like, "You here's the
Sign 'em
keys,
up.
buddy."
Hell yeah, bud.